All right, what's up? What are we feeling today? Standing or sitting? I think sitting's the vibe. Yeah, I'm gonna sit. Dang, I need a haircut. My shit's getting long. What have I been up to lately? I've just been chilling with Stitch. Nah, I've been hanging out with some new people. I've been hanging out with people a good amount, which I've been super busy, so I've been doing that like as much as I can, which is only like once a week. But hanging out with some new people. What else am I doing? I've been working a ton. I started sales, which I'll probably title something about the sales in this podcast. But started doing sales. That shit was crazy. It's actually so insane. Like if you're into sales, you know how it is your first week like doing it. It is a grind and you get out of your comfort zone very quickly, and if you don't, then you're not cut out for it. So like my personality anyways already is pretty introverted, I think. Like I don't know, I don't really go out of my way to like start up a conversation with like random people. I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of introverted. I'm not like shy, but I don't even know how to word this. I don't know, just calling hundreds of people every day that I've never talked to before is out of my comfort zone. So that's what I'm saying. But it's been crazy. I've literally been doing it for a week now, and I already feel so much better at sales. The first week is just a grind. Like I remember my first day, I didn't really do much just because I didn't really know what to do. Like I didn't have a script to practice. I didn't have all this shit. So basically it's kind of like on the first day of school when you go to your class, you get all the assignments, everything you have to do, or not all the assignments, but like you get the calendar of like, you know, everything, all the units you're gonna cover and all that. That's basically what I did on my first day, and kind of just like watched the calls the other people that are more experienced were making, and yeah, that was pretty much that for my first day. But then I started like actually practicing the script and making my own calls literally on day 2. Got a lead on day 2. It's just been a grind, and I've met like a couple new people because the sales place that I'm working for now is, where is it at? It's a little bit more north of me, like towards LA. If LA is right here and I'm right here, it's like right here. Hey, whoa, what the fuck? Did he just bite me? I don't even know if that was on camera, but I think he bit me. But anyways, yeah, so I've met a couple new people there. There's like 2 other salespeople and then 2 of our mentors that we basically just like train from and like watch and stuff like that. They're really cool. Everybody's super cool, honestly. So pretty cool that I'm even making some new connections while working, which is pretty tight. Like a lot of people go to work and hate the people they work with. The people I work with, I actually fuck with them. So at both my jobs. But yeah, I've been tired. My schedule's been a grind. Like 6 a.m. wake up every day until 10 p.m. working all day, like no breaks in between. I'm talking like literally I work from like 9 all the way until like 9 p.m. like 12 hours straight. I'm just doing what I gotta do, doing what it takes to you know, get better and learn a skill, because sales is like that's a good skill to learn. You know, if you can sell yourself, then you can sell anything. So people buy from people they like. So if you learn how to be a better salesman, then any entrepreneurial path that you endeavor should be, you know, you should be a step ahead already if you already know sales. So learning sales from people who have been successful in sales, like one of my mentors, I think he was like the top salesman in a company that he was working for when he was like 25, made like $500,000 or something. And then my other mentor, who I think he's 36 now or something like that, but he retired when he was like 30 or 31. He's back now because he missed working. But he retired when he was like 30 or 31 because he was just like super successful off sales and like real estate as well. So yeah, I'm learning from 2 really good people, which is super sick. Like, I'm so lucky. It's just crazy that I'm able to learn off of those people at age 20. I still have a lot to learn, but like even a weekend, I feel like so much more knowledgeable in the sales space, I guess you could say. So that's pretty cool, but it is a grind. Let me tell you, like, if you're getting into sales and you're a little bit introverted, you'll be out of your comfort zone quick. Like you'll be stepping out of your box the second you get in there, and you cannot be a mental pussy. Like you cannot be. So I think the best part about sales too is it's like a commission-based job. Like it's not a salary. It's just based off of what you sell. What you kill is what you eat. You know what I'm saying? So however much you put in is what you'll get out. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's better than working for a salary. I think commission-based jobs are definitely the way to go. That's why I've really been trying to like learn a skill recently and, you know, dive into something along those lines where I can get commission instead of like hourly pay. But kind of back to what I was saying about being mentally tough, like one thing that my mentors tell me, and like I hear this anyways beforehand, like before them telling me, is, you know, you can go through 50 people and they could say no, they could say like fuck you, whatever, but you're bound to reach that one person that like needs help and like needs whatever you're offering. So for me, it's also like especially hard because I feel like my niche is insanely hard. Like it's not like I'm selling memberships to something. It's not like something like that. Like my stuff's actually more high ticket. Like I'm literally buying houses off of people. So it's pretty crazy. Some people are inheriting their houses from their parents. Some people have lived in there for fucking 40 years. So it's like hard to just get them to sell something. And it's also like one of their biggest transactions they'll probably ever be doing in their life. So I don't know, I'm learning a lot right now. I haven't filmed in a while just because like I've literally been go doing this. Thank goodness I'm so like ahead on my vlogs. Not so much podcasts, but vlogs I am definitely ahead on. I'm working 2 jobs right now. Like I'm seriously just hustling. And on top of that doing content. So low-key like 3 jobs. Like right now, what time is it? Let's see. 5:34. I am so tired. Like I feel like I could sleep for like 12 hours right now. But I have to film this podcast. What am I gonna do? Just not film it? Like no, it's not an option. That's part of my goals. I don't wanna look back at my goals video at the end of the year and be like, damn, I didn't actually accomplish it. When in reality, I could accomplish it, but I just chose not to. So yeah, that's the sales side of things. It's been going good. Like I'm ready to, you know, be able to fully commit to this because I was working a job that was just like, it was literally a minimum wage job, full time. I was working 40 hours a week and those checks just do not cut it, especially in Southern California. So I've definitely been looking to get a big boy job, as some might say, but I kind of just got lucky. It's all networking. Like I met the person through my job now for the sales job that I just got like onboarded to this past week. So if I weren't to do this minimum wage job for a little bit, I wouldn't have this job that has 6-figure potential. So I don't know. It's just crazy how life works. Anybody who's kind of in a situation where they're trying to find something to work for them, I would say just like keep trying things because I think I had like 3 jobs last year. My first one, super sick. It was like, I don't know, 6 months or something like that I worked there. Made a good amount of money there. It was at a bar, so I was getting like tons of tips. Made a lot of friendships there. I was super hyped to work that job. That was a good job for me. That low-key like changed my experience out west. Like I really needed a job because that was how I met my first kind of group of friends. And it was also working night shifts at a bar. Like that's kind of sick, you know? I was 19 years old doing that. I stopped working there because I wasn't able to move up until I was 21 and I didn't want to wait until I was 21 just to like bar back and bust. I wanted to either, you know, be a server or potentially work up to be a bartender when I was 21, but also the line to be a bartender was like in years from now. I would have had to wait until I was like 23 to bartend, and only girls could serve at the bar that I worked at, so I couldn't be a server. So basically my option here was either bar back and bus for like 3 years and just make the same amount of money, like 50K or something, work those brutal hour night shifts. Like I'm literally talking 6 p.m. to 4 in the morning night shifts. Not even kidding. No break, no food, nothing. My Sundays would be completely fucked up. Like I would have a Friday night shift and then I would have a Saturday night shift and then Sunday I would wake up at like 1 p.m. and then I would just be screwed. It was cool at the time though. But then, so yeah, I stopped working there and I got a job at Outback Steakhouse to serve, but I was bussing while I learned the menu. That was absolutely brutal. Going from a family-owned business to a corporate job, oh my God, like you can just see the difference. Like the family-owned business side of things, so much better. It was insane. Like for my job at Outback, get this, I had to buy a monthly subscription to Park. I had to buy a monthly subscription app to find my schedule. Nobody tipped because it was in downtown Long Beach. Like I get it, tipping's an option, but I worked prior to that in like a pretty nice area of Long Beach and the tips were just crazy. So it was a big difference for me. And I was doing like 3 times the work for the money I was getting. I started a clothing brand, had a good chunk of change set aside to kind of start that up and invest in that. And that was really good. I learned a lot from that. I wasn't profitable really, but I wasn't like not profitable. Like it was pretty much just like back to zero. But in reality, I was super profitable because of how much I learned. Like it was totally worth it. I'm so glad I did that. Then I got this like little job at a acai bowl and like smoothie place that's like a minimum wage job that was literally just for like a side, like a little bit of money while I keep diving into learning a skill, whether that was, you know, paid ads or sales, like whatever a commission-based job would be. I chose the acai and smoothie bowl place because the people there were like kind of like me, like they're college students. They like the healthy atmosphere. The crowd that comes in isn't like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's a nicer crowd who comes into a superfood bar than a McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's super cool. Like I'm pretty tight with like everybody I work with there. And then I literally met the person who brought me to the sales job through that job, which is just like, it's crazy. Like I just kept trying things. Working at a bar wasn't ideal. The hours were brutal. Working at Outback Steakhouse, that was just, oh my God, that was just terrible. The work environment was bad. The kitchen staff was just like kind of dickheads. I barely was making any money because of all the subscriptions they had me on. It was so stupid. Clothing brand wasn't exactly profitable on that. And then I went and got this job. Obviously it's not paying the bills. Minimum wage does not pay the bills in Southern California. But through that job, I found, you know, a big boy job, as I said before. Pretty crazy. Just keep trying shit. It's my recommendation to you guys. But next topic, we're gonna talk about leaving people that you know you should leave. Guys, trust your intuition. please. There was this person that I was hanging out with quite a bit, and they were super fun to hang out with. Like, I really enjoyed hanging out with them a lot, and they were literally my best friend in Southern California for like, I don't know, 7 to 8 months or something. Like, we went to concerts, we did all this stuff, hung out like literally almost every night. Like, it was such a good time. We were super tight, but they just had a lot of like, I don't know, like habits that I was not trying to go down that path. As I've been kind of on a, I don't know, like a sprint of bettering myself over the past like 12 months, they also like kind of tried to, but they just kind of lacked the discipline to better themselves. So I tried everything. Like, I literally would try and help them out. I'd be like, if you stop this habit, then like this will happen. Like, I don't know, like incentives for this stuff, because genuinely I cared about them and I knew that they were on a bad road. I'm talking like smoking weed every day, you know, not being able to quit vaping, which I guess it's like different if you're vaping but you just don't really care to quit. But like, this person like intentionally tried to quit multiple times, literally threw their vape away in my trash can like twice, but they just could not get themselves to stop. And I get it, like when you're hooked on something, you're hooked on something, but it's just like, dude, I've had friends that vaped since like, bro, literally like 6th grade. They're now like 21 years old and they quit. They used to vape all day every day and now they don't vape anymore. Like, it's doable. Like, people just don't do it. I feel like you kind of just got to get to a point where you're like, you know what, fuck this, like I'm done, this is just stupid, and then you stop. Same thing with weed. Then they got some like weird ass job, like I'm like literally like a stripping job, not even kidding. Then they started drinking every day at that job, like 7 to 8 shots like a shift, not even kidding. Like, that's just like, at some point you need to chill. Meanwhile, I'm over here, I don't know, maybe I should save this for a different podcast, getting into like the things I've tried, but I don't know, it's nothing crazy. But basically I'm over here like not really doing any of that stuff anymore for the most part. Like, it's, I don't know, like I was just on a path to growing as a person, you know, mentally and physically, getting healthy as fuck. My diet right now, like I eat so healthy. That's another thing. This person always eats fast food, like every day eats fast food, and I don't know, like it's just hard for me to hang around somebody that has such different goals. Not even goals, just like ways they live, and they just see no problem with it. It's just, I don't know. So yeah, basically I'm being super healthy, kicking out like old habits I used to do a lot. I'm working out every single day, searching for a way to create more income for myself. Basically just doing all these things to better myself. But over here, my best friend is getting a weird ass stripping job, drinking at that job every single day, getting off, smoking a blunt, going to sleep, waking up late as fuck, smoking another blunt, getting fucking Habit Burger for breakfast. Like, I don't know, dude, vaping all day, every day. Oh my God, if you vape, and okay, I'm just not gonna start shit talking. This is not meant to be a shit talk fest, but like, I don't know, it just is like super hard to be around somebody like that whenever you're trying to better yourself. And like, everybody knows this saying, you are the sum of the 5 people you stay around. Like, literally, whoever you're around is who you're bound to be like. You're gonna be like that. And I found myself in that situation like a good amount of times. I would be locked in when I'm by myself, which is another reason why I like living alone. I'm like locked in, and then I hang out with this person, and then they're bringing all these bad habits into my life, and then I would get lured in, and then I just do it, and then it's like, fuck. And so unfortunately, they're gone now, which it sucks because I was so tight with them, like hella close. But you cannot hang around people that are gonna set you back, like seriously. It's a main contributor of like why I feel like I was getting set back. You can do a lot of shit in 24 hours, but in reality, like each day, like isn't a whole lot of time. Like, you can't just be wasting it on shit that doesn't matter, especially when you're in a phase where you need to be grinding and working hard. Like, I'm not trying to go to sleep at fucking 1 a.m. every night and get made fun of for it, by the way. I would always get hit with the, you're such a grandpa. I have no words. Okay, I'm just gonna stop shit talking, but it's just like irritating because moral of the story, I should have kicked that person out of my life like a long time ago. Not even kicked out of my life, just like created some space. But now they're like totally out of my life, which is sad, but for the better, I think. Create a good surrounding for yourself. Like, for real. If my eyes are looking watery, it's not because I'm crying. Trust me, I'm not upset about this at all. At all. I am not upset about it. That is the furthest thing, actually. I've literally just been yawning like every other second. Like, oh my God, I'm so tired. I don't want to go to sleep right now though, because then it'll like fuck up my sleep schedule. I do gotta wake up at 6 a.m. tomorrow and hit the gym because that's a priority. Guys, how to create time, more time for yourself, 101, and feel good while doing it. Step number 1, don't oversleep. Don't undersleep either, but do not oversleep. When you oversleep, you feel more tired. So don't do that. Not ideal. A part of me actually thinks I'd rather undersleep than oversleep because you're tired either way, first of all. If you undersleep, you're tired. If you oversleep, you're tired. The only difference is you lose more time when you oversleep. So definitely don't oversleep. Every single night when I'm like gonna go to sleep, I set my phone aside. I set an 8-hour and 30-minute timer so I can give myself like 30 minutes to fall asleep if I need that, and then 8 hours to sleep. Like, sleep for 8 hours if you're in your teen years or in your 20s or whatever. I don't really know like the ages of however many hours you need to sleep. I'm pretty sure it gets like less as you grow up. Like, I think only adults need like 6 hours or something like that, but I think people in their 20s need like 8. Whatever your age is, look it up. See how many hours like you should be sleeping, which I know it's like different for everybody, but that's literally one easy step to making more time for yourself and feeling better throughout your day. They'll make you more productive. Dude, I went to this frat party this past weekend. That shit was funny. The frat house like can't throw for a month or something because they were like getting in trouble by their neighbors. I don't know. I don't even really know what the situation was, but they couldn't throw. So it was just some random ass house like a mile and a half away from my place, and that shit got busted so fast. Oh my God, it was literally in a neighborhood. It was super fun though. I went with a couple of my boys and a couple of girls as well, which was like pretty fun. It was a good time. Like, I definitely was so glad that we did that. It was a really good time. But it was just like hilarious, the setup, because how it was like was you walked in through a fence and then there was like a bartending station, but it was just like, you know, typical frat bartending station. There's just like a table set up and then there's like a fridge behind it with a whole bunch of beers in there. And if you're like a brother, you get drinks. I knew a brother, so I got drinks. Shout out to you, you know who you are. But no, as soon as you walked in, like you could see it, like that was the first thing you could see. So like if the police were rolling up, that's just the first thing they saw. And then there was just like a backyard full of college kids. It was hilarious. I think I'm gonna try and edit this podcast because I don't really have much time to do so in the next couple of days. I'm working like literally like 9:30 in the morning to like 8:30 p.m. like every single day. But I'm off tonight, so I'm gonna do that. So yeah, I'm gonna go do that. Thank you guys for 18K. Also, we hit 18K I think a couple days ago, which was sick. So shout out to you guys. We're 2K away from 20,000 subscribers. That's crazy to say. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the podcast. LIWL, life's worth living. Peace.
Me and my niggas tryna get it, yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch.